Well, hello and welcome to the next Blackmans Bay Minisode. My name's Keith. This is my old mate, Mr. Anonymous. And some of you are sat there looking, saying, well, hang on. What's he like that for? Well, this is a punishment, you know. The man refuses to join Facebook. I have to do everything on Facebook myself. This bloke here, you know, he wants to remain anonymous, so let's make him anonymous, eh?
Well, you should have been too far, yeah.
In English, mate, in English.
I'm George spending.
Yeah, in English, yeah, in English. Yeah. So it might be a little bit awkward doing the show with him like that.
I had enough of that. Yes. Yeah.
So, anyway, yes. So this is my old mate Mick.
Yes. Remember me? Yeah. So we're taking a trip down Leafy Breakspears Drive again, are we?
We are. We've named this one the Odd Couple. Joe Loveridge and Teddy Godward. They were next door neighbours, but there's a lot of the stuff that they were intrinsically linked, weren't they?
Yeah.
You know, and I think we've got to say right up front, and I did put a warning on the front of this, that if you're of a sort of nervous disposition, you might want to view this with a bit of care, might they? Yeah. You know, because some of the stories, particularly about Ted, yeah, are a bit, you know, on the old bodily functions, aren't they?
He had a bit of a wicked sense of humour, didn't he?
Oh, he did, yeah, he did. And Joe Loveridge, of course, he was the man who died twice.
Yes.
You know? We'll do a bit more about that in a while. Eh?
Yeah.
So I've got a story about Loveridge, and this is my first ever recollection of Joe. About 1967-68, the Partridge dart team got in the final of the All London Whitbread Managed House Championship, and the final was over the Welcome Inn over at Wellingham. The Partridge took 2 coachloads of people over there, and it was, you know, beautiful. They were going to lay on a food disco after the game. Played some team from North London, and the place is packed out. Everybody's in this hall looking at the darts, apart from 3 people, funny enough, which was Ricky Rickwood, Terry Hodson and Dave Aday. They was around the other bar, and they were the only 3 in there. Even the barman was round there looking at the darts, and so they was helping themselves to beer, you know. And the funny thing was the barman came walking out and wondered why they had more beer when the last time he looked. You know? Anyway, he did catch him and anyway slung him round the other bar. Anyway, back to the match. So picture the scene. It's 1-1, dead silence. It's 1-1, and third leg, Alfie Pilcher, remember Big Alfie? Yeah,
of course, yeah.
He wanted 32 and the other bloke wanted 40. So I don't remember the way Alfie used to throw. He used to drop his hand down. Like that before he threw. Then he threw, you know, like that. Good player. Yeah. 20 stone of him. You know, he had fingers like pork sausages, didn't he? Big forks. Yeah. Anyway, he was a good player. So he's definitely silent. And as he's about to walk up, this bloke standing by Joe went, I'll bet you a £5. He said, a £5 says he misses it, and Loveridge has gone, I'll take that bet. Joe, remember, he had about 10 bob in his pocket, Loveridge. So Alfie's gone up, dropped his hand like that, and he's thrown it like that, and it's gone on the wire, and he said to the caller, he said, is that there, bruv? He said, the old caller went, no mate, no. He dropped his hand again, he thrown it again, put another one right on the wire, he said, is that one there, bruv? The bloke said no, and Alfie took a little step to the right. He said, tell you what, cars, that one is, and he's gone smack straight into 32. The place is erupted, absolutely erupted. This geezer sought out Loveridge, hand in the pocket, gives him a £5. Now we're talking back in the day when you could get what, 8 pints
for a pound.
8 pints for a pound. Had these 2 coaches that to carry Joe Loveridge out the hall, had to carry him out and sling him into the pig.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. The story We should start this. Why we put Joe and Ted together is that a lot of things happen with the two of them, and I have to say that Joe's only got himself to blame because he never really saw through Ted's wicked sense of humour, and he bit every time. He was genuinely disgusted, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
And he never really got the idea that if you just humoured Ted, he wouldn't do it,
no,
did he?
No, that's right.
And I remember a time in the Partridge where Joe wasn't feeling very well that night, was he? And he went out into the toilet and he was sick. And he come out and his teeth had gone down the toilet bowl when he was sick. And he's come out and going, my fucking teeth have gone down. Because Joe had a big nose and he very nasally way of talking, so when I talk like this,
nobody go out, nobody go out here and pull the chain.
Yeah. Now, Ted immediately volunteered to fish him out for him. You know, I mean, let's be fair, I wouldn't have put my hand down there, and I don't suppose you would. But
yeah, but Ted didn't need asking twice, did he?
No. So Ted went in there, fished them out through the bowl. You can imagine what it was like. Now, normally, if anyone did that, they would take them out and rinse their arm and their hand and their teeth and that under the tap. Not Ted. He come out and he's holding the teeth up saying, look Joe, I got him, and he's got all this sick and that running down his arm, and Joe's going, oh you dirty bastard. And he's saying, look Joe, it's your dinner here, there's a bit of carrot there and there's a pea, and Joe's going, oh fucking hell, like that. But he got his teeth back, and that's a demonstration of Ted's sense of humour.
Yeah. Another story about Ted. We had a party around the Rickwoods one night, and it was late on, and all the food had gone. Apart from there was 2 stale pieces of bread in the kitchen, and you know when you get that big leg of ham, and somebody had cut a big lump of the fat off of it and just left it on the plate. So Ted's pissed. He's gone up, whacked this bit of fat in between 2 slices of bread, dripped it under the tap a bit to soften the bread up because it was a bit stale, and he started chewing and he's going like that, he's going, you know, and then all of a sudden he's gone, he's then put his hand down his throat, pulled out his big lump of fat. He had to be. And we both as we did, you couldn't believe it.
It's true, I swear it's true.
Eh?
Yeah, but another thing I want to tell you about Ted was that he got this compunction to eat, didn't he?
Yeah.
If he was hungry, he had to eat, and he didn't care what he ate, he'd eat. And I think it was at Bill Callinac's stag night down at Broomwood, where he'd already done with, you know, Ricky got his clothes off again.
Did the Zulu warrior.
Bloody Zulu warrior again. And he started to get hungry, and there was a bunch of daffodils in the fireplace, and he ate the bunch of flowers, didn't he?
How about the Sunday lunchtime? We're standing there in the Partridge, and Loveridge walks in pyjamas. Didn't he? Pair of pyjamas and slippers and pyjamas. Turns out he'd been admitted to the Brook Hospital over at Shooters Hill, and he got bored and fancied a pint. Jumped on 2 buses in his just in his pyjamas. He didn't have no dressing gown, nothing. Just in his pyjamas, and walks in the Partridge. Yeah, we mentioned about he died twice, and we all heard in the Partridge that Joe had died. You know, so they had a whip round for him. We had this whip round, and somebody took it round to Joe's missus. A couple of weeks later, he walks in the pub. Do you remember? He walks, and everybody's saying, "You're bloody dead." Well, you walk in and said, "I ain't fucking dead. What's going on?" And then when they did have another, when he did eventually die, sad, but when he did eventually die, they had another, somebody came around with another whip round, old Bill Beat said, "Fuck him, he said, I already put him once."
In the Partridge they decided to have a fishing club, sea fishing club, didn't they? Oh. And I thought I'd give it a go. I went once, that was enough for me, I wasn't going again. And I was picked up, Dave A-Day was driving, Terry Hodgson in the front, and in the back there was Ted and Joe. And I sat, so Ted's sitting in the middle. Now, we hadn't got to the bottom of the street after I picked it up, and Ted had his hand down his trousers and he stuck it under my nose. And I said, oh yeah, you know, like that. Then he went to Joe, and Joe went, oh, you dirty bastard. He's going like, that was it for the day, you know. He was relentless. And when we got on the boat, and believe me, there's nothing sophisticated about sea fishing, trust me. We was using squid as bait. Now, I don't know, you know what squid looks like. I don't know if you've ever handled a squid. It's horrible, horrible animal, isn't it? It's all rubbery and greasy, and it's got all those tentacles dangling. It's everything's horrible about it.
Yeah.
Now, so it was bad enough getting a squid on the side and getting a knife and cutting bits off it. Not Ted. He was tearing it apart with his teeth. And what he did, he bit off all the tentacles and he rammed them up his nostrils. And he went like this. He went, hey Joe, got an handkerchief, I need to blow my nose. And he's got all these tentacles there. Joe turned around and went, oh, you're a dirty bastard. He's going like that. And another time they went fishing, and this, like I said, once was enough for me. I weren't going to go again. But they went again, and you can imagine it gets pretty cold being out in the English Channel or wherever it is. So you wear all these layers of clothes, don't you? And Joel's wore a boiler suit. And that boiler suit was one of those built-in hoods. And Dave A-Day was driving again, and Joe said, do you mind stopping? I've got to go to the toilet. You know, go for a crap. So Dave said, yeah, sure. So Joe's gone in the field to have a crap, and he's peeled off all this stuff, and he's done his crap. But what he didn't know, he'd shit in the hood of his.
The boiler suit, yeah.
The boiler suit. So I don't know if you've ever worn a boiler suit, but when you bring it up, especially when you've got a lot of clothing on, you're sort of going all like this, and then you sort of go like that. So when he went like that, the hood flipped up and hit him in the back of the head with this shit in it. Poor old Joe. Everything happened to Joe, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Oh dear. So Teddy Godward, he was going, I think her name was Gloria, wasn't it? The girl he was going out with?
I don't know.
They decided to emigrate to Australia. And we had 3 leaving dues for him, didn't we? three of them. And on the Sunday night was his last one. We had the last leaving do down at the Broomwood. And I don't know why, but just anyway, that's where we ended up, down at Broomwood, and had a room all to ourselves. Ricky did the Zulu Warrior again, of course. But anyway, we all got pissed up, and we all go up to the Chinese restaurant right at the end of Orpington High Street. Was it called the Chinese Palace or something like that? Yeah. That, you know, curve restaurant. So we got there. I'm sitting right opposite Ted on his table, and he's going, oh, I'm starving, hungry. He's pissed. He's having a pint as well. So, and he starts eating the menu, didn't he? Right? So he's picking at the menu, eating the menu, not, you know, and he's still chugging the beer back to him. You know, anyway, the food came up, and Ted by this time is, you know, like that, you know, his head's going down like that, you know. And he came up and he had a big plate of chow mein, it was, and he slumped over it like that, and he's coughed, and he spewed up all over this bloody chow mein like that, you know. And he's got his head down there like that. And somebody's nudged him. Old Ted's got his old, you know, got the old spoon and fork, and he's freaking out.
Funny enough, as a rider.
Hang on. Well,
go on.
I was going to say. So that was on a Sunday. He was going to Australia on the Monday. On a Friday night, the same week, I'm running down the Partridge. And right in front of me, I thought, that's Teddy Godward. Anyway, I called Ted up. I said, Ted, I thought you went to Australia. He said, I did. He said, I didn't like it. He said, so I came back. He went to Australia for 1 day, had a fight, got on a plane and come back home.
I got off the train. I got off the train at St Cray, and I caught a glimpse of someone. I thought, oh, who's that? He looks like Teddy Godward. Anyway, saw Keith that night. I said, yeah, I could have swore I see Teddy Godward today. He said, yeah, you did. I said, what?
Because when he left, he was on the dust, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
And we always used to call him the Flying Dustman after that. He had his... he's a classic.
He was unbelievable.
So how about the night Partridge are playing the St Cray club in the Thursday night? It was in the Thursday night Whitbread League.
Yeah.
So last game of the season, and whoever won this game had actually won the league. Again, classic situation, 1 leg all. Sam Hawkins is framed for double top, and you could have heard a pin drop in the club, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You could have heard a pin drop. And Sam goes up there, and Sam was one of the only players I ever saw used to stand with both feet tight against the hockey like that, dead straight, and used to throw for me, old Sam. Great player.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And anyway, so Sam goes up, he's gone whomp with the first dart on the wire, whomp with the second one, and where the door was, Loveridge has got his head round in the door like that. Remember, this is a pin drop situation. And as he's just gone to throw, Loveridge has gone, he turned round to beat somebody in the public by saying, yeah, he only fucking missed it, hasn't he? And Sam's gone, whoa, like that, you know. And Fred Neville goes up and checks out, and Sam never ever forgot that. And 10 years later, he was still talking about it.
Yeah, and he's a man who never ever lost his temper, did he? He was a very easygoing bloke. It was the one time that he just lost it that night, didn't
yeah. You know.
And
he could have strung Loveridge up.
We sent him a video message for, what was it? Was it his 80th birthday? Or was it his
60th wedding.
60th wedding anniversary. We reminded of him, yeah, and he sent a message saying, yeah, I remember that night. That was old Joe Loveridge.
Yeah. What about the time we had Ted playing football for us? Yeah. We were short, playing with the Partridge football team. We were short, so Ted decides to turn out. And he's huffing and puffing around on the field. And he's running along. And the bloody great big blue bottle, as he's running along with his mouth open, and the blue bottle went straight down his front. Ted's gone, put his fingers down in front. It's unusual with Ted, you thought he'd gone, well, it's a nice bit of fresh meat.
Yeah, it's more like Ted. I remember because of Ted, I drove the most dangerous car I have ever driven. I can't remember too much about it, because I've tried to remember it, but we was at a party, and I think probably the Rickwoods party, and Ted, for some unknown reason, asked me if I wouldn't mind going picking someone up for him over Blacksmith's Lane. There's an housing estate up there somewhere, isn't there? And he said, take my car, and he gave me the ignition keys. I said, yeah, all right then. So I set out, it was a Austin 1100, starts going to the north end of Breakspears, going, you know, it's quite steep down to Mickleham, isn't it? Yeah. So I give the brakes a dab, nothing, no brakes. So I'm pumping like mad, I got the handbrake and I started getting some brakes, you know. So I went to turn left into Mickleham, and I'm turning the wheel like that, and I'm still going forwards, you know. So you had to turn the wheel like that. Good job nothing was coming along, you know. I mean, I'd had a drink. You know, must have been crazy to do it. I should have turned around, gone back, and say, you go and get them. But I drove all the way over to Blacksmith's Lane and back in this car, and it was a frightening experience. I don't know why I did it, but oh dear. How you can drive a car like that, I do not know.
Yes, Teddy had a party around his house, and I came out of mine, because I only lived down the road, as you know, 100 yards or whatever it was down the road. So I come out of my front door, and who's walking up the road? Terry Hodgson. So we're walking down to the party, and we're early. Thought we'd get a couple of early ones in, you know. So we're early. And as we go in, they're still getting ready for the party. And Teddy said to me and Terry, he said, can you move the settee over to the other side of the room, right against the wall? So yeah, all right, you know. So me and Terry pick up this settee, move it, and right underneath the settee There's a Sunday dinner that had been there for months. It had fur on it. Yeah, it was a full roast Sunday dinner, not even touched. So I imagine someone's gone home. Someone's gone home after a skinful on a Sunday, went and put it on the floor, and then just sort of tapped it under the seat and left it there. The funny thing, Terry. Now I don't know if you know, many of you will know Terry. Terry very rarely laughed. He had a little chuckle, but he never really came out and had those big belly laughs, you know. But you knew when he was laughing because he used to stand there and go, and you could see that he was bursting inside to say something, and he's just standing there looking at me going like that. It was full roast Sunday dinner.
Talking of laughing, I could tell you about the time where Joe Loveridge reduced me to tears, and literally tears. I was laughing that much that Joe was killing himself laughing, thinking about what he's told me. And what it was, in the late 60s, early 70s, there was a bit of a fad going round where people were having brick fireplaces built. You know, the old council house ones were all tiled, and Joe decided he wanted a brick fireplace. So if you wanted, at that time, if you wanted a bit of bricklaying done, who's the man to go? Who's the go-to man?
Master bricklayer Jimmy Lucy, wasn't
Jimmy Lucy, yeah. So he got Jimmy Lucy to build him this brick fireplace. Well, apparently, when you lay bricks, you have a spot board there, and you put the muck on the brick, and any excess muck you take it off and just put it on the spot board. But every now and again you get these little snots of muck that you don't really need. So what bricklayers do, they just clip them with the point of their trowel and just flick it over their shoulder and just away. Well, Jimmy Lucy was doing that in Joe's front room. So he's flicking all this shit over his shoulder. Joe's saying he's flicking all this shit over his shoulder, all over my fucking front room. So sometime later, I walked in the party, and Joe stand at the bar, said, "How's the fireplace going, Joe?" I went, "Oh, yeah. And all about Martin Jimmy Lucy." He's building a fireplace, and Joe sticks his head round the door and says, "I'm just popping down the Partridge for a couple of pints." And Jim said, "Okay, I'll carry on here." Anyway, I'm standing at the bar, Joe's standing at the bar, and he's saying to me, "I picked up my drink like this, and I went like that, and it's Jimmy Lucy standing there." He'd followed him down. He let him get about 2 minutes in front of him. So they did the session. So they went back to Joe's house. Jim went in the front room to carry on doing the bricklaying, and Joe said that he'd go upstairs for a couple of hours kit, which a lot of people used to do in them days, didn't they? So he's saying, "I woke up a couple of hours later and there's fucking Jimmy Lucy lying next to him." He said he never even took his boots off. He's got all his horrible work boots all over his sheets on his bed.
Climbed on the bed with him.
Yeah. I mean,
oh dear.
poor old Joe. Everything happened to Joe, didn't it?
It did. Oh, well, okay. Well, I think that wraps about up the odd couple, doesn't it?
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yes. So, look, thanks for watching. We have a lot of fun doing them, so I hope you do watching them, and we'll be planning our next Minisode. We're not sure what we're going to do yet, are we?
No, not yet.
So, but watch out for that one. You'll be the first to know on Facebook. Mick won't, but everybody else will, won't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
This has been a Blackmans Bay Studio production.